Anyway, so they were in the back, and for some reason that I came in the middle of, Carlito is pitching the idea to Pierce that Dominic should face Gunther. And and Pierce was laughing at that. And Pierce said if Dominic can beat a former world champion, then he'll think about it. So next week, somehow Dominic is going to end up beating somebody who was accidentally a world champion at something. And then we're going to salivate to see Gunther chop him until his kids are born dizzy. That's basically the thought process, don't you think?
Was this the segment that everyone was talking about with Carlito? Because I didn't watch it when it first aired.
Well, yeah, that had to be because that was the only one.
Oh, because, he got in trouble. Or the word is that he got in trouble for his ad lib. Were Damage Control in the room also?
Oh, good Lord, I can't remember. I think it was just him. Well, they may have passed like 2 ships in the night, one of those type of deals. But I don't know, because I saw it was Carlito and I wasn't going to fucking watch. And then I said, oh, fuck it, I'll stop. And he's pitching this match. So I don't know what he might have ad-libbed.
Well, let me see what I can find here. But the story...
Well, if you're going to cover this beat, yeah, I want to know now what in the fuck's going on here.
I thought you would have seen it. It was all that anyone was talking about with Carlito. It's all anyone has ever talked about with Carlito.
Well, but the thing is, I don't know what the script was, so I don't know what he might have ad-libbed. I want to find out and get to the root of it if some pro wrestler actually bothered to goddamn come up with some shit on his own around here these days.
All right, there's various people who it looks like have put a version of this on YouTube. Let me see if any of these work.
Guys, listen, I saw it. Listen, I saw what they did. I saw what Lash and Jakar did. I'm going to talk to the other GMs. Trust me on this. We're going to figure out a solution. We're going to figure it out, okay? I give you my word. Thank you. Let me get through tonight.
Now, see, there was where that the Damage Control folks would have been involved in there, and they're getting something, and then Carlito apparently walks in when we want to make sure that we've set the scene properly here.
Pierce is dealing with Damage Control as general manager. Here comes Carlito.
I gotta learn Chinese.
So apparently he said, I gotta learn Chinese. So there's a lot of people upset because they think it's, I guess, racially insensitive that he would say that, the Carlito character who's the dimwit of Judgment Day.
What the fuck? He's a dimwit heel.
That's what I thought too. It's like, how can you get upset
wait a
about
minute.
that?
Didn't we establish that one of those girls was not from Japan but was Chinese at one point the group, or not?
No, that was she's gone now. That was Xia Li.
Oh.
This is Io Sky and Kairi Sane, and them and Asuka, who's been injured. They're all Japanese.
Oh.
And they barely said anything there, as you heard, and I guess they just chattered as they walked out. And Carlito decided to walk in and ad-lib.
I gotta learn Chinese.
I gotta learn Chinese. So a lot of people were really upset, and apparently WWE didn't appreciate him deciding to show his improv skills here at this moment.
What the fuck? He's a fucking goofy heel. They've been listening to R-Truth for fucking 15 years, blather on. Again, there are legitimate problems in the world, and people had time to get mad about a fucking ad-lib that I couldn't hear.
Well, they've edited out, they edited the phrase out of whatever's online now and everything.
Oh my God, now, my God, what does he say? I gotta learn to eat pussy? What the fuck is he saying?
Because if he said, to me, that's what made it almost work. Not to really put over the comedic stylings of Carlito.
Appearing at the Boom Boom Room.
But that the putts from the Judgment Day would hear two Japanese women talking to each other and think that they're talking in Chinese. Because he wants to know what they're saying. But again, people...
Especially since technically English is his second language because he is Puerto Rican and is a native Hispanic fellow. So are they supposed to know down in Puerto Rico the difference in the dialects between the various Asian countries?
Well, again, whether or not there's an issue with what he said, and I think a lot of people thought there was, do you want your to be generous, your mid-card talent ad-libbing on your live show. Like that. In this specific case, for instance.
Well, and for one thing, that's not even an ad lib as much as an aside or a throwaway line or whatever that you would put into something that you were doing that was scripted just to make it look more natural as you come in and other people are talking or whatever. And I would have never batted an eye at hearing that or thinking that. But yes, I wouldn't really, particularly if I was booking, put anybody on my TV show that couldn't fucking ad lib and make the shit that I gave them better. If they couldn't do that, I wouldn't want them on the show. Even in OVW, I always said, here is your story. It's written down because I don't have the time to go around and tell it all to every 25 guys that's on the show individually 3 times. So I'm telling you once, and it's written down exactly what I'm telling you. Now, there's the story you're telling. Make it yours. Put it your own words. If I want you to say something specifically, that's underlined. And so there's going to be some element of ad-libbing unless they're just reciting shit that was written for them by some slap nuts, as Jeff would say. And that's what it sounds like a lot of these guys are doing. So I don't have sympathy for people who don't like ad-libbing. And hey, some of them don't work. Some of them fall flat. As long as you don't say fuck on TV, I'm probably going to be on your side.
And again, if you're someone who has a problem with this, why exactly? That's what I don't understand. It's a character who's a moron. It's a moron character who doesn't know the language of the 2 people that just walked by him.
Yeah, wait, but you think Carly's going to be sitting out there going, God damn it, wish they'd lay off the moron shit.
No, I'm not saying a real guy. I mean, I'm sure he's a genius in real life. I'm sure he's brilliant.
He graduated a number of major universities.
But the point is, if the character went in there and said something smart or intelligent, it wouldn't have worked. The issue is whether or not he should ad-lib or not in a highly scripted situation like that is.
Again, I haven't performed for the organization over the past few years to know how scripted it is. It appears to be very scripted, but who has flexibility or what they consider an ad lib? I mean, my God, do you have to say hello instead of hi? Or what is these people's criteria to stick to the fucking printed page? But that's why there's so little emotion in any of this except from the very best performers. The middle card guys, to me, the middle card talent are the ones that suffer more from just being scripted out the ass because, then they sound like everybody else and they don't have the pull yet to say, hey, I can do this fucking promo. Just give me the goddamn gist of it. And so they just have to do the same shit all the time.
Hey, 2 things. 1, if you're Adam Pearce, what do you think of Carlito saying that all of a sudden right next to you when you don't expect it? And 2, what do you think of the new trend of them seemingly getting photocopies of program covers and posters and taping them to the walls? It doesn't look very professional at all, but it's nice to have, I guess. But what do you think of that?
Well, yeah, I've got the Dusty program is from the Atlanta program, the Ringsider. I've got that one. It's like a 1976-ish era. There's a Crockett Promotions poster from the Mid-Atlantic. I think it's at Roanoke or somewhere in Virginia. The multicolored poster, although that's a reproduction that's smaller than the real ones were. And then, but yeah, just some program covers of the Peter Maivia's in there. I mean, I get that they're,
of course,
obvious reasons, but I get that they're trying to decorate, and pay homage to the greats and the legends, but it could look a little bit more professionally put together, couldn't it? Than we ran this off on the machine and just stuck it up today.
Yeah, everything just looks like it's from a color printer.
Yeah, TNA built a fucking fishbowl for Shark Boy to live in. The WWE can't at least get frames from Target?
Otherwise, we believe that the general manager said, someone please make me color photocopies of Peter Maivia and Fred Blassie on programs. I really want that Fred Blassie photo in my office.
But anyway, who were we talking about and what was happening when we did?
I think we finished talking about Carlito.
Carlito. Oh, and the ad, and just with Pierce. You said, what do you think Pierce thought? I bet you it didn't even register on. I've done promos with Pierce in Ring of Honor, and you say things when you walk in or you walk out or whatever that just off the cuff that. He probably, and also Pierce being of a certain age, he's probably thinking, yeah, this is a fucking idiot on Gilligan's Island. So, of course, he'd say something like that. And they went on with their business, and nobody thought anything about it until somebody decided, oh, my God, what? Oh, that's terrible. What in the fuck? There's real things going on in the world until November 5th. Then hopefully everything will be back to normal or there will be no world. But you don't need to get mad about that.
No.
Are you mad?
I'm not mad. I thought that was the, okay, let's move on with this.
Well, this is your show. I'm waiting for direction.
It's your Raw. I thought there was more Raw.
No, but there is the main event's coming up. But I'm a goddamn professional. I'm waiting until the host asks me.
You're a professional.
You move on.
You don't even need a host. That's how professional you are. You're an amazing talent.
Yes, well, now's the time to start telling the truth. So